Okay, so my friend Quimby wants me to talk on a subject, and the subject is round and round and round we go. How the hell do we get off the merry-go-round? Now, commentators say we live in a control structure where they control our thoughts because they control what we view. So, um, there's six corporations that run all of media in the United States, six conglomerates. So those are the ones we're talking about. Those are the ones that control us through movies. Everyone watches lots of movies. Everyone watches, not everyone, but quite a few people still watch a lot of television, over the air television. Billboards are run by media, and magazines are run by media. And if you look at them all, you will discover pretty much everything that comes to you is somehow related to the mind control, which is basically they give you the same stuff in a lot of different forms. So other than watching alternative news, and then, people say, well, you're a conspiracy nut. If you're not a conspiracy nut, then you are totally programmed by these six conglomerates of media in the United States. Because if you look around, nothing is changing. Prices keep going up. The news lies to you and tells you, oh, the economy is doing so much better, 100,000 new jobs or something. But when you walk around and you talk to people, they're buying old used cars at very highly inflated prices. Gasoline keeps going up. Taxes keep going up. Waste of government on military and building stuff that you don't personally use, and the stuff that you do need from the government is rationed. So how do you get off the merry-go-round? Well, it's very simple. You have to use what you have at your disposal, which is the off button. You turn off the... I'm going to tell you, you got to turn everything off. And I don't do it. Because I leave the phone on because I like to talk to the phone, because there's not many people that want to listen to me in person. Why is that? I think I'm boring. I think I'm boring, and I think that's the problem. Usually the thing is that when I go to around people, there's a lot of loud music, and I can't hear people in the bar where I go to sing karaoke. I just can't. I have a very hard time following them. And then you have to go outside of the bar for a few minutes, and then other people always have things that they want to talk about, and they're not really ready to listen for a 20-minute lecture or talk. So I generally don't bother going into it, and I make the videos, and if you want to watch my videos, then if you're bored with it, you'll turn it off and put something else on. But the point of it is, if you want to get off the merry-go-round of all the ideas that come to you from the six media conglomerates in the United States, you basically have got to turn off all your screens and get away from all the people, because they're going to drag you to an alcohol-infused party where you're not going to be able to do what I want you to do. And my story has not changed since I first started making these YouTube videos and Instagram videos. It is for you to meditate. Now, I know there's lots of meditation videos on the internet where they've got different sounds, or I don't even see so much of them talking you through. They used to do guided visualizations. I don't want you to do that stuff because it's prepackaged. And some of them are like, oh, this is like at 33 hertz. It's going to put you into the meditate. No, you don't need all this stuff. Unplug. Unplug. If you've got a nice park in your neighborhood, go down to the park. You can bring yourself a beach towel and find a nice spot on the grass and lie down, maybe next to a tree, away from all the noise. And just feel yourself getting comfortable in the grass and connecting to Mother Earth. And if you feel like closing your eyes and having a nap, go ahead and have a wonderful nap. This is like summertime is here, and this is the time to connect with Mother Earth. So now, are you going to meditate if you're lying there? No, I'm not going to use that because I always say meditate, meditate. Don't do it. This time, go to the park with the intention of lying down on the nice grass and a nice comfortable space and just connecting with Mother Earth. And how are you going to connect with Mother? You're just going to lie there. You're going to lie there, and if you're sleepy tired, you're going to have a little nap. And if you're not, stay there as long as you want. And if you feel like you've had enough, then pick up your beach towel and walk to the next park. But this is how you're going to get away from all the stuff that it's advertising. And, if you look at all the movies that come out, it's like the Avengers. You want to be a superhero? This is what the Avengers... Well, the Avengers already did it. And it's terribly disappointing because all they do is they fight. It's like... in the Matrix movies, later in the Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves got all these abilities to do all this fighting of Agent Smith. It went on way too long. I was bored to tears. The action stuff that happens when you get computer-generated animation is boring. It bores me to tears. I hate these kind of movies. Give me a normal person with normal abilities. It's way better, way more entertaining. Why did we like Magnum P.I. in the 1980s? Well, it was a regular guy and regular characters, regular people. He didn't have superpowers. He had a borrowed really cool car. I think it was a Ferrari. And but he had some friends, and it was all about, the adventures that they went on, but the characters, you got to know what the characters were like, and they didn't have superpowers. So these kind of stories, and it was a buddy flick, so it was like, it was about friendship. So, and a lot of, like, these Avengers things, is it about friendship? No, it's like, I don't care about these characters. You got so many superheroes, I don't know who they all are. I can't keep track. And they're all cookie cutter, they're all the same. So I'm not a big fan of the Marvel Comics going to the movies thing. I mean, I do watch them from time to time, but critically, I'd give them all like a F for fail. I remember back the original Star Wars, about 1977. Before I saw the movie, I read the Star Wars book, and I really liked it. And I think I actually liked the Star Wars book version, the novel version, than I did the movie. Because when you're reading a book, you get more into the characters. And then when you see the movie, it's done in 2 hours. It's so fast, you don't really get to know everything that's going on in the character's life. It's too fast. And the novel was just way more interesting. And, kids today generally don't seem to do a lot of book reading. They spend a lot of time playing Minecraft. And I think kids should be encouraged to go back to books. Back to the books. Because you just get a lot more out of books than you do out of watching movies. Some people will comment and say, well, movies are an art form. Yes, they are, but 90 minutes to 2 hours for your art form is not long enough and then if you're binge watching a series, I don't know, even with Once Upon a Time, Rumpelstiltskin's, I gave up. After maybe 7 episodes, it was just boring. It's the same boring thing time and again, and the characters never grow. You probably could have made Once Upon a Time into a 2-hour movie and then stopped, and that would have been fine. But as a series, it was just, oh my God. And the people, I gave up on Game of Thrones, not because I wasn't enjoying it, but I was moving around a lot and I didn't have access to television where it was being shown. And I think I might have seen, maybe, I can't even tell you how far I got into it. But I was enjoying it, and things just changed in my life, and then I never went back to it. And then how many seasons did they make? I'm not going to go and watch that much television. I just don't watch that much. I started watching Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura yesterday, and I got halfway through it, and I turned it off. Will I go back to it? I don't know. Was it good? No. It wasn't. And I remember the first time I watched it, it was back on videotape. I rented it one time, and I didn't like it then. It's a poor story. The story is poor. And it's all about Jim Carrey making his weird faces, which, I got tired of very quickly. So, what else can I tell you? I got the movie from the library. It was free. I didn't pay for it. And what else do I want to tell you? I think that's long enough. 12 minutes.